Welcome to Grind Survivors, a demo where the bullets fly, the enemies swarm, and your build decisions determine whether you become a legend or a fine red mist. We're going to dive on in and see what this demo is all about. Now, clearly the title itself is very direct, because it is a Survivors-like game, and these games do intend to have grind. But is it a fun grind? That's what we're going to find out. Let's go to Start, and as we can see here, there's one specific aesthetic that makes this game stand out quite a bit in comparison to other bullet heaven roguelites, and that's the fact that it has cell shading, which is quite interesting actually. Also, I will say some of the menu elements do kind of remind me of things like Cult of the Lamb, which is not a bad thing, by the way. I love Cult of the Lamb and I love its aesthetic, and so it has sort of its own flair of that, which I really like. And we can see here, we could play, we could dive right in. We get the full breakdown of our weapons and of our character. We see the difficulty, and then of course the different zones. So we have Scorched Grounds, we have Burned Forest, and we have Bastion. But we also have an arsenal. This is where all of our unlocked weapons will be, and we can review them and their stats. There are also runes. You can have a capacity of up to 3, at least thus far, though I do believe you can upgrade, seeing this here. But with that, each rune has its own weight. So, for instance, if we wanted to use Berserker, we could only use that because our rune capacity is a maximum of 3. Or we could use One Shot, and we could use Bloodlust. But these are all different things that really add on to our character and to our weapons, which is a really nice layer. And of course, our characters here. We have Cascade, who's a long-range shooter with a high rate of fire. But there's also Vanta, where when you do pickup radius perks, you boost your ability cooldown. Also, you have Riven, and when you boost health with perks, you lose most of it to then apply that to damage. And this is a melee-based character from the way it sounds. And then you have Solara, boost health with perks and boost ability cooldowns, so that way you can use those abilities more frequently. And they have a railgun. So that is pretty cool. I really like seeing the different characters. I will say that some of the translations need a little bit of work, but overall you can get a sense of what they're talking about. And also each character looks very distinct, which is quite nice. Now, on top of the weapons, on top of the runes, on top of some of the special abilities provided by the character themselves, there's also the Forge, where you can do infusions, you can reforge, you can improve, or just recycle for parts. Then there's also the skill tree, Pride, Greed, Wrath, which I actually like that play. I really do. I like that play on those words, on those concepts. Very, very nice. So we have Rabbit, Doom, so we have dash cooldown reduction, rerolls, pickup range, attack speed, and so much more, as you can see. And you can easily reset it, which is really nice too. Reset skill, reset all. So with all of that, let's dive in and see how much fun this grind really is. What an intro, by the way. Alright, survive to challenge the Demon Lord. So we're picking up the small flaming green skulls. That would be our XP. It boosts our HP and our pickup range. Whenever you kill an enemy, there's a chance that it spawns a purple XP orb. Damage or attack speed. I feel like Smart is a good way to go right now, very early on. I do really like the aesthetic, honestly. Oh, we're picking up ashes. That could be for like reforging or something like that, maybe. Reload speed, shooting range, move speed, reload speed, dash cooldown reduction. Actually, haste, yeah, I like that. But the aesthetic really reminds me of just like a really cool, gritty, like comic book in a way. Move speed and attack speed. Reload, crit chance, crit damage. Let's do move speed, attack speed. We have an SMG anyway, we might as well really amp it up as best as possible. The dash is interesting. I don't know if it just gives us, like, a very small window of iframes, so you really have to time out when you dash or what. Because you're not dashing very far. Purple chance increases, move speed increases. Every 5 seconds, gain move speed, attack speed, reload, dash cooldown. After losing HP max bonus is 40%. Oh, wow. Every 5 seconds, huh? Alright, let's go free flow. We'll try it out. Seems to be an event over here, so I want to try to get to it. We don't need no education. Actually, what am I saying? Yes, we do. Cleanse demonic altars for buffs. Oh, okay. And we just picked up a weapon. Now, we don't use it during this run. It actually gets transferred over to future runs. Which is actually a really neat concept. That's very different from any other Survivors-like game. Like, usually weapons are assigned to the character or class that you pick. Or you just pick them up over time and actually use them in that mission or whatever. But in this case, it's not the case. It's just really interesting. Adds a unique layer. Purple chance. Dash deals damage. I don't really want the spread. Let's do hunger for knowledge. So on the right of our character are the bullets until we have to reload. Now we're reloading. I'm not sure on the left. Is that our level? Potentially? Oh, no, because now it's going down. Oh, okay, so that's just our ability. Got it. Okay, very cool. Nerd Rage. On each 250 picked XP orb, gain 1% damage. Oh, actually. Kinda like that. Double XP chance, and that's nice too, in the pickup range, but... Let's do Nerd Rage, so that way we can actually get damage. As well as, on top of that, get a benefit for us investing in XP in the first place. In upper health, plus 3 HP, pickup range. Shooting range, pickup range. Let's do health. Because as you can see, you don't start with a lot. I think we had like, what, 4? 3? Something like that. And so far, I don't see a way of regenerating that health. I'm sure there's got to be something, but might as well just expand where we can. Ooh, okay. Actually, we're already using that. But, you know, whatever, we picked it up. Ability cooldown reduction, sweet. Alright. Well, it looks like our first elite, potentially. I also appreciate the fact that it knocks enemies back when it finishes. So it gives you a little bit of breathing room. Wow. Okay, that elite dropped a lot of stuff. I don't know if you saw it or not, but wowie wow wow. Plus 4 ammo, okay. Reload speed. Yeah, our reload speed's a little meh. Yeah, I saw blues, I saw greens. Get that SMG for later. That must be what they mean by forge then. You forge your weapons. So you have to earn enough resources to make them in the first place. And then you can proceed to use them in different missions. That's cool. Okay. Actually like that quite a bit. Already a lot of value add-on, which is cool. Alright. Oh. Oop. I just ran into the enemy trying to look at the timer. Ooh, get that ash. That seems to be the only resource I'm seeing thus far. Be curious on if there are actually other things that we need as well. Some games tend to have, like, just a few resources. Others, they just overdo it with, like, oh, here are 5, 6, 10 different resources, and you're like, oh, great. Projectiles bounce the nearest enemy, losing damage based on bounce. Yeah, having more coverage would be nice. Having more dashes would be nice, too. It's interesting to play with only one weapon and just enhance the pack. Oh, boy. Holy cow, that was loud. All right. Because in these types of games, I'm so used to just having, like, 5, 6, whatever number weapons. Ooh. A lot of SMGs. Kind of curious on their differences. Ow. Yeah, I really like that bounce, that ricochet. Super nice. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, now we're seeing some ranged enemies. Oh yeah, there is dismemberment for enemies. Oh wow. Enemies that are getting shot are losing their head, their arm, or arms, I think, at times. Oh, man. Yeah, unfortunately, you take damage just from bumping into them, which is a bit unfortunate. Not that it's unheard of, though. I mean, Vampire Survivors does it. Okay, so your dash does give you iframes, so timing it out could save your butt. Move speed, reload speed. After reload, gain 25 attack speed. Regen 1 HP every 90 seconds. Ugh. 1 HP? Aha, okay. One HP in a dream. Oh man, there are so many. But then again, these games are meant to be hard until they're not. Because you've leveled up and you've gotten certain skills. You become Liam Neeson. Oh, okay, I died from a dead body. I got hit, it looked like from a dead body, it still registered. Okay, well, whatever. Incendiary bullets, so at least you have new perks unlocked and new weapons available. Bullets can apply burn, dealing 20% of bullet damage every 0.2 seconds for 4 seconds. Burn chance 50%. Chilling touch, can apply chill, stacks of chill, okay. I don't know, I mean, these demons don't seem to have any chill. Spend ash to upgrade your weapons in the forge. Spend hell dust to improve your base stats and skill tree. Okay, so hell dust for skill tree, ash for weapons. Incendiary bullets, chilling touch, infuse. Okay. So we have Abyss dual SMGs rare. Interesting. So you can have Abyss dual SMGs. You can have a weapon that's common, then you could try to go for rare. So this is also a bit of a looter shooter. Interesting. Let's say the only other game to really do that would be RIP. reincarnation insurance program. Except for they have armor as well, but... Interesting, okay. Bloody revolver, that is a grenade launcher to me. Abyss revolver, okay. Yeah, kind of intrigued on the rare. Not gonna lie. Back to menu. Boy, those sound effects. Okay, so arsenal. We now see what's available to us. Okay, so these aren't blueprints. These are legit items we have picked up. Okay, cool. And because we have duplicates, we should be able to recycle those, probably, I would assume. Let's see here. With the Abyss dual SMGs, the affixes are double XP chance 17%, range increased by 21%, and ability reload by 23%. I like that. Abyss origin, rapid fire, unstable weapons made in chaos. You know, that sounds like a description for a lot of people I know. Interesting. We don't have any... I'm guessing this is Hell Dust. Yeah, we don't have any of these unlocked yet. And I feel like the characters are locked out maybe for the demo? I could be wrong, but I feel like I've only ever seen this character be highlighted. Choose a weapon to infuse. So if we do that, sacrifice 4 weapons, the sacrifice weapon will be... I'm sorry, what? Sacrifice 4 weapons, the sacrificed weapon will be destroyed. Infuse. Infuse weapon rarity by sacrificing 4 other guns of the same rank in rarity. Okay. Fair enough. So, like, for instance... Oh, okay, so we could do that with a common to test it out, then. Revolver, revolver, dual SMGs. So this would be the Abyss, I'm guessing, by the shape of it, right? This would be the Bloodied, I'm guessing by the look of it? Or maybe this one? Oh, Warborn. Oh, there we go. Warborn. Oh, that's the Bloody Dual... Yeah, Bloody Dual SMGs. Okay. Well, let's try Warborn. So let's place that there. We'll do that. That. And we need one more. Ready to infuse. And this costs... Oh, maybe this is Hell Dust then. Oh, okay, yeah, this is Hell Dust. I don't know what the other thing is. For the runes. But there we go. Oh, that's cool. Okay. And once we get some more commons, we can make another green. And then from there, we can upgrade one of the greens to a blue. Sweet. All right. Complete Baby Steps 2 achievement to unlock for Reforge. Improve. Can't recycle yet. Okay. Skill tree. Dash cooldown reduction. I mean, that would be nice. Survivability and all. So we had 1. Okay. Yeah, I like how it lists all the achievements in advance. That way you know what to, like, headhunt for and you know what you have left. Because I think that's what keeps people playing, especially in these types of games. Like, for instance, Soulstone Survivors does it too. That's one of my favorite Survivors-esque games, and they do a great job of highlighting the achievements as well as the rewards for those achievements. So I think it's a really good thing that they're doing it here too. Synergies. Now that's another thing that's also very interesting. Complete the Solara Awakening to unlock. Oh, maybe you can get the other characters then maybe. Maybe? Complete the Charge to unlock. So different things combined and it will create something else. Like Dash leaves Fire Trail that applies burn to enemies. Overheating. Enemies explode whenever a burn crits. Burn damage plus 10%. That's awesome to see. Yeah, there are a few games where they really pull off synergies well, but you don't see it too often, unfortunately. I think the closest I've seen it in a roguelike would probably be... I would say like the evolution, the weapon evolution in Vampire Survivors. Okay, so I feel like I need to be a lot faster with my movement to get to some of the different sights so that way we can get those perks. Gain a holy shield. Bullets can apply burn. Apply burn, dealing 20% of bullet damage every 0.2 seconds for 4 seconds. Burn? Yeah. I'm all for status ailments, honestly, you know? Anything that can do damage while I am doing something else, for example, I'll take it. Whether it's me reloading or stepping too far away so I'm not shooting at them because I'm trying to get something, they're still taking damage, I'm happy. Apply burn on enemies in the pickup range after reload. Alright, we're gonna do a fire build. Or a pyromancy build, if you will. We're a barbecue on the go. I love it. Ooh, split shot. Multi-shots. +1 bullet, but damage is decreased by 25%. Spread is increased by 15%. But it's more area, though, which is nice. Burn now has a crit chance and crit damage that are equal to your weapon's... Oh, you know what? Actually, just keep feeding burn. Add fuel to the fire, if you will. So it seems like we're like super soldiers or something. And that there was a war, because clearly we saw that tank. And we're like the last effort to take the hellspawn down or something. Alright, grab that ash. What do we have? Aiming, shooting range, projectiles bounce to the nearest enemy, losing... You know, yeah, let's do ricochet. Even though I would like to do smart, but... We need more spread, because we need to be able to clear better. And it's really interesting to think with just one weapon, rather than a multitude like so many games do. Because I'm so like, okay, cool, we'll get the shotgun for close-up, and then we'll get something else for range, and then we get this other weapon for AoE. It's like, oh no, you can't do that, though. At least it doesn't seem to be the case. Pickup range is increased. Bounce efficiency. Ooh, okay. +1 bounce, bounce efficiency. Oh, okay. Let's do rubber bullets with fire. Them exploding is just very satisfying. I will say not every game can pull off cell shading, but if you can, it definitely does help a game age pretty well. Like, if you look at the Borderlands titles, most of those games don't really show their age until many, many, many years down the line. Like, Borderlands 1 is finally starting to show it, well, it has been starting to show its age now. But, I mean, it took a long time. Yeah, let's go with haste for the dash reduction. You know, looking at the range of the SMG, I actually feel like boosting range would be really good as well. Because it actually really doesn't have much in the way of range. I'm kind of surprised at that. Napalm. Burning enemy leaves a fire puddle on death. Yes. AoE? Yes, please. I mean, basically is what that becomes, so... I support that. green. Don't mind if I do. Ooh, okay, so now we have exploders. There we go. Trying to get to this purple shield. There we go. So far, I will say the gameplay is really fun. The visuals and the sound effects are very satisfying. I do have the music turned off just due to copyright, but from the little bit I have heard, it sounds solid. Like, it definitely fits with the theme. Because after playing enough indie games, it's sometimes quite surprising what musical choices people end up going with for certain games. And you're like, why does this have a reggae theme? No idea. I like reggae, it's fine, but maybe not for this very metal-like shooter, you know? Trying to get up to this next area. Here we go. Oh boy. +2 ammo. Well, that's nice. Okay, so we could do split shot. Ability cooldown reduction by 30%. We could reroll. Let's reroll. Let's try that out. Move speed and attack speed. You know what? Let's do shooting range. Because I was just talking about that. And here we go with chill. Fast bullets, shooting range, damage, less spread. Which I don't really have to worry about spread in the sense of, like, I already have it ricocheting, because you probably want a little bit of spread. Ideally, you're hitting multiple enemies, because you have multiple enemies, you know, swarming you. But, you know, let's see, move speed, attack speed. Let's go with sniper. Also, let's get away from the edge where enemies spawn in and can easily just hit you. The burned forest. You mean the burning forest? When I'm done with it. There we go. I was like, man, that has to end soon, right? Alright, level up again. Bullets gain 5% damage per meter traveled, which also ties in well with sniper. Ability cooldown reduction, reload speed. Upping the reload speed. That would be nice. Pickup range. I mean, pickup range is a pretty solid quality of life, just so we don't have to keep running right over XP. We did add range, too, which is pretty nice. So this could work. Alright, let's go with kinetic power. And that's good to know, too, that when you start one of these, if you leave, it'll reset. So then you have to get the progress back. So that's really good to know. Because that isn't always the case. But I think it's pretty fair if you think about the fact you're doing, like, I guess, some sort of, like, invocation or something. Some sort of ritual, right? So. Alright, I want to go to this purple up here. 30 meters. Watch out for that range. Ah, nice. Okay. So those little runes that you pick up can do different things. I like that. Wasn't quite sure what they were, because visually they're just very different from anything I've seen, which is a good thing. They look very good. Again, very thematic. Oh, boy. Hi, Biggin. Oh, you are very angry. Nice. I was able to get a little bit more distance on him, which means I was able to do more damage, which was very nice. Evasive. Ooh, dodge by 20%. Yeah, let's go with that. Especially with only 2 health right now. And this is all auto-fire and auto-targeting, but you can control it and just say, hey, I want to spray over here. Which is also very nice, because I wanted to make sure I prioritized that boss. So it was a huge help to be able to do that. I'm going to try to get this XP. Ooh, no, actually, let's go north here. I'm seeing something that doesn't look familiar, so might as well. Oh, okay, ability cooldown. Oh, crap. Thought I had it, I ran away too soon. Nice. So we could do bounce efficiency, one on each bullet, or on each hit, bullet has a chance to get an extra bounce. Every second gain shooting range. This bonus resets after losing HP. Every second gain 1% to range. That's pretty solid. Let's do lucky. As I get hit by a fireball. Those fireballs are slow enough to dodge them if you're paying attention, but you can easily get hit by them if you're not paying attention, which was the case for me. Okay, I lost shield, but that did help. So this is final boss. This boss seems to focus on range, okay. I didn't feel like I was that close to that projectile, but okay. Still counted, that's alright. At least we got to the end. Bunch of resources. Spend ash. Yep, got that. Priest. For each cleansed altar, gain plus 1% damage. Oh, that's cool. Bunch of resources. Bunch of resources. Lots of weapons. Now purple weapons, too. Warborn Revolver. Bloody dual SMGs. You know what? Let's go ahead and try something different that's not an SMG. How about that? We have improve, recycle, reforge, renew, reuse, recycle. Let's go with the revolver. It's going to be a lot different from the SMGs, but worth trying out. Dodge 15%, pickup range 27%, purple XP chance 20%, dash distance, ooh, 47%. Okay, I like that a lot. Now we do have runes open. Yep, we have a rune. So priest for cleanse altar damage 1%. Let's go for that. And that's it, right? Yep. All right. Character Still Cascade. Clear all this out before my OCD goes crazy. Forge. I think I'm good on four. I mean, we could turn one of our greens into a blue and then a blue into a purple. We could do that. Reforge. Choose a weapon to reforge. Rerolled stat may become worse. Okay, good to know. And will cost us 125 hell dust. Ah, I see. So you can actually reforge one of these. So yeah, reroll any stat. Interesting. Honestly, I like the affixes. I can't really complain, especially that dash distance is pretty sick. Reload actually looks solid enough. I'd hate for it to get worse. Damage. Hey, okay, we re-rolled and it got higher. Oh, wow, it got a lot higher. Okay, well, there we go. 212. I'm gonna say we got lucky on that one. Cool, well, we're keeping that. Improve. Okay, so those are individual stats, but when you improve a weapon, it becomes a +1, +2. It doesn't change the rarity, but it makes it a better version of that rarity. So for here, if we improve it, you can up your damage and your crit damage. Oh, interesting. Okay. But there is a risk of losing progress. So, like, it was at 0, 0, 0, and then it jumped up to 12%. So we'll keep it there for now. I like that, though. Okay, cool. I mean, it'll definitely be frustrating whenever you're, like, really hoping. Like, you just need that one stat change, and all of a sudden it goes down instead of up, and you're like, no. But it keeps you playing, which is smart. Pickup range. Dash distance. Increase stat 2% per level. Yeah, the dash distance is something, isn't it? All right, I'll put it into that. All right, good to go. So with that, let's go ahead and do Burned Forest again, this time with a revolver. Purple this time too, our first purple weapon at a +2, and with a rune. Watch out, I'm packing. Well, already I'm seeing more damage, of course, for multiple reasons, but especially because it's a revolver. The fire rate is actually pretty quick. I'm pretty impressed by that. Crit chance and crit damage. I like how those are tied together instead of like, oh, crit chance and oh, maybe you might find crit damage later, or vice versa. Though, I feel like Piercer is going to be important. We also have much better range than the SMG. But I feel like with the revolver, we're going to need something like a ricochet while also having pierce. I think that's a really big thing. Alright, we'll keep investing in pierce here. And hopefully we can come across bounce, ricochet, whatever it may be. Yeah, so far, I would say this is up there with one of my favorite demos so far for a roguelite. We've been very fortunate with Arms of God and then this game. Piercing damage goes up with XP orbs. Okay. Could also just do the Holy Shield. Clearly that does come in clutch on boss fights. Or Mighty Shot. I mean, I see a benefit with everything here. Let's just go with Mighty Shot. If we can delete an enemy, fantastic. Just Alt F4 their existence, I'm down for that. Alright, we should also be doing rituals here. dodge, super helpful. Max ammo pickup range, piercing damage, ooh, knockback. Oh, but here's the ricochet we've been looking for. Projectiles bounce to the nearest enemy, losing damage. Ooh. You know what? I want to do pressure because I like knockback. Wouldn't mind a movement speed buff. Almost there. There we go. Oh, hey, bounce +1. Well, there we go. And it cost me absolutely nothing. Love when that works out. There's a chance that it spawns a purple orb. Max ammo plus pickup range. Holy shield. I mean, get good and I guess don't get hit. Let's see. Piercing damage. Alright, let's do smart. Also, it's interesting to see that the different altars have rarity attached to them. You can go for basically greens, yellows, and what have you. They all varies like how much of that perk they give you, which is really interesting. Double XP chance, pickup, piercing damage, bounce. I'm thinking ricochet or ballistic trajectory. Let's do that. Because that's going to help us with wave clear, more or less. I'm honestly really impressed with how solid the revolver feels. I was kind of worried. I'm like, how is this going to play out when this is the only weapon you have? But the developers have done a really good job of thinking about abilities and how they impact all the different weapons. Okay, we have Ram, we have Injury, Giant, Ability cooldown reduction, or we could reroll. I believe the ability we have gives us Ricochet as well. Health would not be bad, just in case. Yeah, let's do that. And actually, we'll grab ability cooldown over here. Ooh, and I want to get that elite. Your soul is mine. Ooh, that damage, though. Literally 2-shot. Holy cow. Okay. Definitely a fan of that. So, +1 to bounce, or max ammo and pickup range. Or double XP chance. Let's do Ricochet. It's not the most impactful per se, but I know, like, long term it does help. Because we will get very easily surrounded. Yeah, the revolver reload, too, is very solid on this. But I love how you can customize and really tweak things out. There's that. I want to know what this is over here. Split shot. Uranium core. Base damage. Receives more damage. Let's do bullet damage. Ah, dodge. Okay, that's what that is. Makes sense now looking at the image again. Okay, we'll try to get up to the XP here. Do we need it though? You know what, actually, let's go up to the northeast. Actually, let's grab that ash. It's interesting, you know, there's always like a part of you that wants to win the round you're on, or the, you know, the mission you're on. But at the same time, you know that with these games, you're going to go down a lot. And it's really about just like planning out for the future. They're barely even making it in this. Okay. You know you have some pretty solid damage when. Suddenly dead, suddenly dead. All right. Yeah, Pierce on the revolver is pretty gnarly. Aiming to go straight up north and then slightly northwest. There we go. Alright, so we've got to move it. Actually, I like having a countdown rather than a count up, which I've had a lot of games where they're like, oh yeah, you just have to know that you can go up to 25 minutes or, you know, 20 minutes with 5 minutes of overtime kind of thing. Your damage is increased by half of your shooting range. Okay. More damage, you say? What I'm hearing is more deletion of enemies. Lightning, nice. I wonder if they're gonna put like electricity damage, because they already have chill and burn. Because I am a sucker for chain lightning. Thank you, Diablo, for setting that in me. Also very curious on lore, because I am a huge sucker for lore. So if there's any solid writing that you can do and stuff to add on to the characters and to the condition of the world, then you'll definitely have me sucked in. More dodge, thank you. Considering I don't have a lot of spread, I just feel like melting this boss is the right thing to do. My God. Okay. What I was going to say was that, you know, having more damage definitely helps because I don't have a lot of spread. So trying to make up for that, and having a lot of dodge will also help a lot. Or we just melt them like that, I guess. Lots of purples. Now in this video, we're just going to go through the burned forest, but if we are able to check out the other levels, and you want to see me play through those levels, then let me know. Feel free to like the video or leave a comment, and that way I will definitely focus some time on it, so that way we can dive into more of this, because I'm really enjoying this so far. Get that XP. Go. Hopefully I can level up at least one more time before we face the final boss. It's the final countdown. Do-do-dee-doo. Do-do-dee-doo. We're level 12, and it is a bit of a slog now to try to level up. Which is interesting. Because some games, it's like you level up to level 60, and that's high, but it seems like maybe level 12 is pretty high for this title, which is interesting. So we have crit damage plus knockback. Yeah, let's go for that. Headhunter? Wow, I never thought I would be doing this well with a revolver, but I love it. Last time I had a lot of fun with a revolver, it was in Destiny 2, and even then, a lot of those revolvers, I was fine without. Oh, the timing of that level. Oh man, that's crazy. Okay. Shooting range, bounce efficiency, not worried about that, or the split shot. I guess let's just go for aiming at this point. Critical hit now causes an explosion that deals 25% from your crit damage. Oh. Oh. That or sniper? 10% damage. You know what? Let's just do sniper at this point. No, thank you. Why spiders? Why? I live in the south. Like, I have to deal with spiders. I'm fine. Fine without ever seeing them. Oh, hello. I mean, at this point, sure, evasive, okay. We did it! Look at that. I think I saw some legendaries in that, too. That was sick. You know, it's amazing, too, because they do so much in actually a pretty condensed amount of time. So, that's smart. Like, it doesn't feel too short, even though it's only 10 minutes. It's like, it actually goes by pretty quick, but there's so much going on that you're focused in the moment. Like, that's really smart. And it makes that way you have more time to keep jumping back in. Apply Curse, dealing 200% of bullet damage over 2 seconds. Okay. Bullets restore its lifetime when it hits an enemy. We now have shotgun. What is this? Okay, so we have legendary Abyss dual SMGs. Bloody revolver. I kind of want to stick with the revolver now. Jeez. Pickup range, 26%. Speed, 8%. Shield charges, +2. Purple XP chance, 27%. Let's see, we have HP every 1.4 minutes. Ability reload, double XP chance, dash distance. Ooh, dash distance. Health and regeneration HP 1.7. Is it okay? So it's 1.7 per minute then, or 1.7 minutes? I'm guessing it's got to be 1.7 HP per minute. It's displayed a little weird. So let's see here. Burn Forest Dark 2. You've unlocked a new difficulty. Bastion, Scorched Grounds, Burn Forest. Okay. So either in the demo, it's only upping the difficulty of Burn Forest, or you have to beat all 3 difficulties before you can get into Bastion and Scorched Grounds. I'm not 100% sure, though. I'm intrigued for sure. So Arsenal, look at all this. So let's go bloody revolver, because that was actually quite fun. We have no new runes. We did upgrade just now. We added another capacity, basically, so that's cool. So we can't infuse a legendary, right? That makes sense. But we can reforge it. We can improve it. So it went up +2, +3. Ooh, +4 went up 40%. Oh, this is the risk of losing progress is at 40%. I get it. Okay. So basically, the more you keep upping it, there's a bigger chance of losing progress as you get up higher. Okay. But right now, we have a well, this is oh no, it's +3. This is showing what would be like at a +4. Got it. So we have a +3 legendary revolver. I'll take that. Let's see, skill tree, nothing we can do right now. I feel like I want to invest in fast shot now and start getting wrath going. But other than that, this is looking really good. I'm really thoroughly impressed by this. And the fact that they're trying out for this sort of like looter shooter element, and the fact that you can build up weapons and change stats and make it very, very custom is going to add a lot of value to a lot of players and get people really digging into this, trying to find out the best build, tweaking every little thing from runes to weapons to the character choice and everything. So I think this is really well laid out, really well thought out. It feels really good. I'd be really intrigued to see about lore and some other factors like that. But other than that, I would say this is definitely worth checking out. And if you want to check out the demo for yourself, you can click the link in the description section of this video. But I will dig through and try to do higher difficulties just to see what I get out of this. And if I can do another video on it, I absolutely will. But thank you so very much. Take care of yourselves and each other. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.